Hi everyone, welcome to Mim's Mudcakery. I'm Mim and I run a chocolate brownie business on Mersey Island called Mersey Mudcakes. So the Mim's Mudcakery series is all about taking the bake from my kitchen into yours. We're going to be baking through some recipes, I'm going to give you some top tips, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. So get your apron on, get in the kitchen, and let's get caking. So today we are making buttercream. And I'm gonna make a chocolate buttercream, but this is gonna be the foundation to all of your buttercreams. Again, really simple, and this is your foolproof, absolutely amazing, it's gonna work out every single time buttercream recipe. So first what you need is your spatula, your bowl, you're gonna need a sieve, and you're gonna need a mixer. You will also need some butter, unsalted butter. You need some icing sugar, you need your cup, some teaspoons. We've got some warm, lukewarm water in the bowl. There's some vanilla and cocoa powder if you're making chocolate buttercream. Let's do the basics and then we'll talk about everything that you can do with buttercream. So, let's get our butter in here first. Now, buttercream, everyone thinks, oh, it's so hard to make the perfect consistency of buttercream. And there's no set, each time you do it, there will not be, like with a normal recipe, an exact set amount of icing sugar and butter that you do. So you will have to each time just wing it. But once you know, the important thing with buttercream is the consistency. Once you have the basics and you know the consistency, then you know exactly what you're doing. Okay, so you've got your half a cup. So if you have gone to the shop and you've bought your butter, it's 250 grams. What you need is 125 grams. So literally half a block of butter. And you are gonna mix that up. Let's give this a mix. Oh, a bit stuck. Okay, let's get this in here. And if it's straight out of the fridge and it's a bit hard, that's fine. By the time you've mixed it, it'll be perfect. Oh, don't forget to switch it on at the plug. Okay, let's get this going. Now, I have taken mine out of the fridge, so it is a little bit hard, but look how it creams together so quickly, actually. And you can have this on full speed whilst you're whisking your butter. Don't do that when you add the icing sugar, because that is going to get crazy. Okay, so butter's in here, nice and creamy and fluffy. Look at that, that's lovely. Now we need 1 cup of the icing sugar. But you might, after you do your 1 cup, you might think, actually, I'm gonna add a little bit more in, and that's fine. Because as long as you have the right consistency, then you're winning. And you'll see in a second. I will show you. Okay, let's get 1 cup. Of icing sugar in here. There we go. Now, you must sieve it. This is important. This is gonna make it really light and fluffy. So get your sieve in there, your icing sugar. Oh, I love that. I love that when you sieve icing sugar and that sugar haze just comes up and you can taste it in the back of your throat. And it's just lovely. So just give this a bit of a mix before you get your mixer in here, just to stop it going all over the place. Give that a good stir so it's a little bit lumpy. Oh, that is going all over the place. And actually what we'll do is, you need 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Let's get that in here as well. There we go. Okay, let's give it a whiz. This is going to be beautiful. So your basics are half a block of butter and 1 cup of icing sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and 4 teaspoons of warm water, which we'll add in a second. Oh, look how that's crumbling. And what you'll need to do is just stop it and just give that a bit of a stir, because all the icing sugar sticks to the sides. So let's get that all down from the sides. There we go. And this is the perfect time to add our water. So what we want is 4 teaspoons of warm water. There we go. 1, 2, shall I? 3. Now, let's give that a whiz. And this should bring everything together. Let's get that on a bit of high speed. Oh, that is really coming together. But you can see, if you give that a little bit of a mix, it's slightly wet. So, probably should have added 2 teaspoons of water in, then whizzed it, and then seen if I need more. But that's okay. The beauty of buttercream is, whatever you do, you can fix it. So let's add some more icing sugar in. Let's do half a cup. So go up in half cups. Don't do a full cup. I think that's fine. And here we go. Let's see if this works. This should be just enough to thicken it up. You want buttercream to be beautiful and thick, not watery, not lumpy, and not hard either. So give that a whisk. That is coming together really nicely. Ooh, that is lovely. Now again, give it a stir. Check. Is that the right consistency? I think that is still a little bit wet. So let's do another half a cup. So now we're up to 2 cups. Let's pour that in. Always start with the basics and move on up. Okay, let's give this a whiz. Okay, this should be it. This is going to be it. Whiz, whiz. Yeah, that is coming together. That is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And you can feel it as you're moving your mixer in there. You can feel it's getting harder and harder and harder to mix. Let's get that up on high. And actually, when you're making the buttercream, you can see the change in the color from the butter, bright yellow, to a pale white color. Pale yellow, not pale white. Really, really pale yellow as it mixes with the icing sugar. And you just keep whisking. Can't start whisking, just keep going. And it is just getting fluffier and fluffier and fluffier and fluffier. And you can see, when you give that a mix, get all the sides of the icing sugar back down again. That is beautiful. That stays on the spoon, and if you oops, if you slop it down, try not to slop it onto here. Make sure you get it in the bowl, but that's what it should look like. And actually, the best way to test your buttercream is to taste it. If you taste it and it tastes like ice cream, proper Cornish clotted ice cream, then that is absolute perfection. Right, that is your basic vanilla buttercream.